I was driving up here to Lakenheath this morning, and I was just thinking about giving thanks. And I suddenly realised that I hadn't given thanks to the minister here, Rev. David, and the Lakenheath Church Council for actually allowing me to do this. And I thought, that's very remiss of me. But having said that, when you think about these things, it just seems to carry on. And then I thought, how much do I give thanks to God each day? And I began to think just how much I complain about to him so much. And I go on to him a lot when I'm walking the dogs. And I complain bitterly about everything that's going on around me. But then I go home and I just carry on, and I just think, and I thought, well, when do I thank God for things that he does for me? I do it on a Sunday when I go preaching. But during the day, it seems to me the day takes up so much of different things that actually God gets put aside a bit. I thought something has to change, really. And so it's funny, isn't it? As you're going along, things just come into your mind. And I thought, one day, I reckon I'm going to get an answering machine message from Jesus saying, I am here, so just let me know when you're ready and I'll be waiting for you. But I think somehow or other, the more I read into the Gospels and I read more about Jesus, the way he just takes time out to talk to God. It's either he goes up a mountain or he just takes time in the desert or whatever else he takes, but he always takes time to talk things over with God before he goes and does things. And I think perhaps that's something we all ought to do. I'm not suggesting we climb up a mountain or go into the desert, but what I'm saying is perhaps we just need to take time out, even if it's just 5 minutes, to say thank you to God for all that he continues to do for us, for giving us Jesus, because without Jesus, where would we be? And so I just think perhaps we all need to do that. I'm not saying you don't. Maybe you do, and I think that's brilliant if you do. But if you're like me and I just get on with the day and then go to bed at night and think, oh, I've forgotten again. Why have I done it? And so I try very hard to try and thank God for things. And my brain just doesn't allow me sometimes, and I just forget. So what I'm thinking is, I'd like to know what you do when you thank God. What is it that you get up to? Do you go off for a walk? Do you just spend time sitting thinking? Do you do it during your prayer time? Because prayer time obviously is important, and it's something we need to do more. So I'm just wondering how you actually talk to God. Do you complain to him just like I do? And do you thank him for everything that he's done for you? So let's take a bit of time. I'm going to have to take time out to actually just consider what has happened to me in the day, or whether it's happened to me in the last months, or I can thank God certainly for what happened to me in treating me for leukemia and the way the doctors and nurses did what they did. And I need to really keep on thanking. So I hope maybe that you too will take that opportunity, just like Jesus, to go out and just thank God, but also just to ask him what it is you want him to do. Who is it that he wants you to be? Where should you be? Do you need to go out and talk about the gospel, or is it a time for you to sit back? But we need to take that opportunity to talk, just like Jesus. So please, if you can, let me know how you actually take your time out to talk to God. And I'll really be interested, because you know what? You might just help me get to where I need to be too.